Chase and I are old. It's no secret. You can see it in our faces, in our beards. But every once in a while, there comes a product out in the market that makes us nostalgic.
Member berries.
Harken back to the good old days.
Remember when?
You remember when?
Remember when?
That day's today.
No, it is today.
It is today because of Chase's just belligerent determination and his cunning, was able to track down today's product.
Okay, so today's product is the NES Classic, and you know what's hilarious is I had it in my calendar. This is how important this day was. November 11th, last month. Actually, this month. It's still this month. It's not December yet. So yeah, November 11th, I showed up at a Target, and you know, in the video, I'll show a video of the line that I was involved in. I haven't seen a line like this since I stayed overnight, like
or
an
Apple,
idiot.
when the Apple releases a new phone every 5 seconds.
So there was a line of about 100 people. I was number 30 in line to pick up this.
I wasn't there.
This little beast.
I sent him.
Yeah. It was awesome. So yeah,
and this thing is so freaking sought after.
Yeah.
So it's amazing that we were able to procure this. But you know, you can see in the video how crazy all that is.
And according to the internets, they're selling at a rate of 16. It's one every 16 seconds on eBay currently.
And we're not going to tell you how much Chase paid for this. It was under $100, but if you go to any site right now, you'd be lucky to find one for $250. So we are very thankful for getting our hands on this. These things are the hottest thing out there right now. So it's amazing that we got that. But that being said, does it handle and does it still bring back those memories as the old Nintendo Entertainment System does? And the answer in most cases, yes. Chase, what you got?
Well, yeah, I mean, kind of just to get into the, I want to say specs, because we're not going to get too much into the specs, because it's a simple device.
Yeah.
Really, it's if you have, you could do this on the side, and you could set up a Raspberry Pi, which if you don't know what it is, it allows you
to... It's a delicious dessert.
Yes, that too. Well, it allows you to install, like, ROMs. Yeah. Well, you don't have to do that anymore. With this, you get 30 games built right in, and I'm going to list out those games right now. Well, I'm going to list out some of those games right now.
Let's start the countdown, folks.
Okay, here we go.
In 3, 2, 1.
Balloon Fight, Bubble Bobble, Castlevania, Castlevania 2, Donkey Kong Jr., Double Dragon, Dr. Mario, Excitebike, Final Fantasy, Galaga, Ghosts and Goblins, Gradius, Ice Climber, Kid Icarus, Kirby's Adventure, Mario Bros, Mega Man 2, Metroid, Ninja Gaiden, Pac-Man, Punch-Out, Star Tropics, Super C, Super Mario Bros, Super Mario Bros 2, Super Mario Bros 3, Tecmo Bowl, The Legend of Zelda, and Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link.
And bad English.
And for those that remember The Adventures of Link, who had the gold cartridge?
I mean, if you did, I might come rob you, because there were so much right now.
So much now.
The point is that I have my list of games that I remember playing and just going crazy with when I was a kid and haven't played them in so long. When I saw Ninja Gaiden, or however you pronounce it, pop up on there, sold right there.
The hardest game known to man, next to Contra, I think.
Yeah.
And in this case, they have Super Contra, which is actually the better version.
The Konami code does not seem to work, though.
Seem to work. If anybody can get it to work, please let me know.
Yeah, drop it in the comment section. Maybe we're doing it wrong. We are old, so. But a lot of your favorite games that you recall as a kid, or even if you're a kid for the first time getting this thing, you'll build your own memories. But a lot of the games that you remember playing and just going crazy on and having your dad yell at you late at night, they're already included in there. Here. Yeah.
Yep, and that's it. It's that simple.
Tecmo Bowl, if you beat the Chicago Bears, you are a dirty cheater. Dirty.
Hey, what about the Raiders?
I'm sorry, the Raiders with Bo Jackson, but the Bears with the defense. That's what I'm saying. So,
you gotta have Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson, play the Raiders versus the Bears.
Yep.
But graphics-wise, they've tried to keep this thing. This is what's really cool. They've tried to keep this thing as original as the original. So that's what's great about it. You can see by the controller and the console itself.
Yeah, the controller over there.
The controller right here.
Yeah.
With the controller, and the console obviously is quite a bit smaller.
Yeah, and lighter.
But everything else is spot on, from the color scheme to the way it's laid out.
Yeah.
It's exactly like the original.
Yeah, and I'll give you kind of a quick video of what it looks like. I mean, up close, but you can kind of see what it is. I mean, they nailed it visually. It looks just like the old one, just obviously in a banana for scale size form factor. It is the smallest thing I've seen in years.
They eliminated a lot of the wires. Right out of the box, it's as simple as could be.
Yeah, plug and play.
It is, as you see in the video. It's
plug and play.
It is truly the essence of plug and play.
Yep.
But with everything out there, there's some good or some, you know, some good memories, member berries, some good nostalgia moments, but there's also some bad things here and there. So that brings us to our pros
and our cons.
Chase started off for us.
Well, actually, you know, I'm going to talk right out the gate. The first thing that I noticed in this thing, how simple it is. But good God, it's an HDMI cable that you plug right into whatever screen that you have. Most everybody,
we'll get into
most everybody has HDMI, and it's a DC in, which actually DC in doesn't mean like that stupid little, you know, adapter. It's actually a mini or micro USB. It's a micro USB. So you could use a power brick if you want to. You can travel with it and have like a charger brick, like, you know, those little portable
plug in the ashtray if you need to.
Yeah, plug in the ashtray. It's great. Yeah, it's a USB cable. That's it.
It truly is, you know, and also with this too is that you got the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 now where it takes 3 hours to load a game or to download a game and install it or whatnot.
It's push the button, done. Play.
Everything's up there. Load times are non-existent. Like Chase said, the accessibility is tremendous.
And they spent some real time on the interface. You know, as you'll see in the video, just to kind of roll through, it's super smooth, and you can actually do some pretty neat things. You can set 3 different options for visuals. You can do 4:3, which is like the ratio square. You can do 16:9 full widescreen, or you can do traditional scanline, which is
amazing.
Kind of cool.
That actually in there.
It's weird to see like scanline on an LCD TV, but they did it. And
if you want the full experience, there you go.
It emulates all the blurry gloriness.
Absolutely, and you know,
the squint for when you're, you know.
I don't wear glasses that often, but I think
is that a sword or what is that?
It's counting the pixels on there. And yes,
it right.
On this flip note, I mean, this is so small, it's really not even that big of a deal. But there really is no. I mean, if you want to go back, if you're done playing the game, there is no go back on the controller or get back to the start menu. You gotta actually get up and push the button. That's so minute. It's teeny. However, one of the cons I found. Okay, Chase and I have a differing point of view on this. I can completely see both sides, but it only has an HDMI. Now, according to stats, I mean, there's some people out there who just think technology is the worst thing on the planet. I tend to err on that side sometimes. So, according to stats, 46% of people still use a CRT TV. So if they want to play this thing, or if you're on the road with your kids and your minivan, your Astro van doesn't have an HDMI input,
has the RGB or the
VGAs or whatever.
VGA,
you gotta go out and buy your own port. Is it a big con? No.
Yeah, you can always get an adapter.
You could,
but I mean it
is something that maybe they could have thought of or included. Pro number 2, Chase.
Pro number 2. Well, obviously we've talked about the form factor, banana for scale. But really, I mean, the form factor is amazing. Like, they took what essentially is the whole, you know, you can't just rip out the guts of an NES without like kicking yourself, because obviously if you have an NES, it's worth something. I wouldn't recommend tearing apart an NES.
Right.
In this case, there's nothing more to this than a little. I mean, if you go online, you can see people gutted it. There's nothing more than one single board, and
it is so light.
It's so lightweight and kind of ridiculous. I mean, for $60, for which is the price, you're getting a very mobile version of the NES, and design wise, they nailed it. I mean, it looks just like the old NES without the flip, you know, without having to blow cartridges.
None of that anymore.
Yeah, no more of that.
Or fit it just right in there. It's sealed. It's good, but it weighs next to nothing.
It's feather light.
And then again, with the controller, booyah! You can see they recreated everything. Now
it's dead on.
It is dead on. This brings us to our second con, though, and it's another very small con, but it still is a few things with the controller. It's a tiny, tiny bit smaller, not enough to actually tell the difference, but it's a little bit smaller, but it is extremely lightweight. Now, Chase said to me, maybe it's just that you're getting old and you don't remember holding it, but we looked it up. It actually is a lot lighter than the old controller. So to me, it feels a little bit fragile, to say the least. It doesn't feel sturdy. It doesn't feel solid, but as you can see in the video, we tried this thing out. It's great. The only other thing, too, come on, Nintendo.
I mean, look at this. Let's hold the cable together. We have
a barely 3 foot long cable.
This is nothing. This is maybe 3.25 in length. It's ridiculous.
Come on, Nintendo.
And again, you can get an adapter, but of course, come on. I mean,
all right. The third one. This is one that was a really big one for Chase and I. Chase, what is it?
Oh, member berries.
Yes.
Nostalgia. This hits all the right nostalgia points.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's it's on top of the the new UI, the new user interface. It looks beautiful. All the games are the way I remember them.
Exactly.
And honest truth, like the pixel perfect version, which is like I was telling you, there's 3 versions. I totally forgot about this. It looks gorgeous.
You actually play a lot of times.
Yeah, like I play in
version.
pixel perfect mode, which basically takes, like we talked about, like the CRT scan line mode and the 6x9.
Yep.
Pixel perfect takes everything and it actually makes it look like a lot of indie games today.
And it does make
it's
it
weird.
It does add to the
It really
nostalgia
does.
effect.
They're
It really
super
does.
sharp pixels, and it kicks ass on like the way pardon my.
Do you ever remember going behind the TV and trying to fix turn the color,
no more of
the
that.
contrast, everything?
No more of that.
But you can still relive the old pixel stuff.
Yeah.
So it's really good. Play it in high def, play it in pixel mode. It's still great. Last con, and this was kind of one that we were thinking of way beforehand, but Chase has found and done some research that there may be a way to remedy this going forward. This game does, or this system does come preloaded with 30 games, and most of them are absolute instant classics. They're just like you remember. But it's only preloaded with 30 games.
Yeah.
A lot of us, I don't know if I still do, I'm sure in my parents' house somewhere there is, but we have the actual old NES games that
Whether or not they work.
whether or not they work or not, if you blow on for 500 hours or whatever the case may be. But if you wanted to buy more Nintendo, you got to understand that there's going to be people that are going to be requesting different NES games.
Yeah.
Chase, what's your verdict on this bad boy?
man.
As if we need to ask.
I'm a hype master here, and I'm not a huge. Okay, so people say I'm not a huge, or I'm like a hype for Nintendo. I am. I love Nintendo. I think we all grew up on Nintendo.
Yeah. It holds a special place in your heart.
It does. It really does. And this device the Nintendo Classic, I think, nailed all the points for me. It's literally, I have it hooked up to my computer screen, and I push the button, and I'm playing in seconds. And it's great, and I love that. I love the fact that I can pick up and play Ninja Gaiden, I can play Super Mario Bros, I can play whatever. No load times, no booting on my computer, nothing. It's just simple, boom,
done.
already, pushing. And the buttons are really nicely and close together. I mean, who remembers being able to slide between B and A so quickly?
I got off work the day he picked this up, and through the forum, I came over to the studio, and he was going at it, and we both got into it. So obviously, we already know what a Nintendo fanboy Chase is.
Big old thumbs up from here.
Huge thumbs up for me as well. Just for the nostalgia factor alone. Would I play a lot on this thing? Probably not, but even to have it around is something that really is something special to me.
Yeah.
All right, we got some more coming up for you guys soon. We got a new What's the Deal shortly on the way. But in the meantime, as always, if you like it, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Comment down in the comment section below. Tell us what some of your favorite games are. Maybe we'll do a video on one of those or not. I don't know. We're lazy and old. Remember that. So.
And I'd say we link to the product, but honestly, trying to find this thing is a real hit or miss. Your best luck is to check it out to see if it's at your Target, your GameStops,
Best Buys,
local Best Buys. Anyways.
Like that. But in the meantime, let us know if you are able to get a hold of one. As always, I'm Corey.
And I'm Chase.
We'll see you next time.